So what are the main goals of the pilot? It is the global repository of persistent organic pollutants data in 4 main matrices: air, water, human blood, and human milk. And the basis of the pilot is the global monitoring plan data warehouse, the GMP data warehouse platform and web service. One of the main goals is, of course, to support implementation of the Stockholm Convention and also of the Convention on Long-Range Transboundary Air Pollution. And big part of our mandate is also to deliver data on POPs to decision makers. Also, of course, via the Geo portal. We are building on delivering data to policymakers so that they can influence what's going on regarding POPs in the world and on the regional level as well. And of course, then synergies between the networks that are scattered around the globe. In line with the Stockholm Convention's mandate, is to increase the availability and quality of information that are needed to track persistent organic pollutants, and then to actually evaluate the effectiveness of the convention. And of course, in terms of GEO, we closely interact with the GOS for Health initiative, and we already linked the DMP3 data to GEOS. And within the GEO community, we have just submitted the proposal of the initiative GOS for POPs for the working plan 2023-2025. Users, of course, I mentioned already Stockholm Convention and the Convention on Long-Range Transboundary Air Pollution, policymakers, governments, industry, NGOs, and of course, last but not least, scientific community. Key document, our work is pre-described by the guidance for the global monitoring plan. Main co-design partners, these are the regional organization group. They are structured, or they are formed around the United Nations systems. We are always walking the line between science and policy because we are accountable in the end to the parties of the Stockholm Convention. The GMP data warehouse was first published or first established in 2012 and is being updated periodically since then. For core media, we have data on 30 listed chemicals with 314 chemical parameters. We have stations in 127 countries with date range from the 1967. In the last 3 years, while working under the IIA, we improved the data visualization so that they are easily accessible. The data management console, it was introduced primarily for import of data. This is just a quick walk through the modules. So here we can see the summary statistics module, where you can filter multiple sites or single sites and select those 314 parameters. We have trend analysis model. What concerns our work with policymakers or science policy interface, it's very important to mention regional reports that actually draw heavily, if not uniquely, on our pilot. Policymakers, usually ministers, usually high-level ranking policymakers come to Geneva for the conference of parties. They are presented these reports, and then these reports serve as a basis for the decision making. We need to make sure that our pilot works both ways, works towards the academia and works towards as well policymakers.